leave, save that for another week. You know what I mean? But
I'm not even gonna
back.
edit these podcasts. Podcasts we don't even edit.
No, we don't even edit podcasts.
I'm just gonna upload raw
Yeah,
footage.
because that's all the podcast is basically raw footage of dudes talking. That's all it is.
But anyways, welcome back to the Zay N podcast. This
Yeah.
is part 2 to what we just did part 1 earlier.
Yeah.
So if you're seeing this, go follow my Twitch, Zay Net. We will be speaking live, and our podcast is live on Twitch.
Yeah.
We would appreciate if you come through and y'all spend time with us.
And
y'all get y'all point of views across.
we might switch over to Discord
And
maybe
we get
soon,
ours.
so we can have more.
Yep, my Discord is
Yeah.
in the description.
So we can have more
So if you
interactions with
wanna
you
join,
guys.
We'll put y'all into a call with us.
Yeah.
One at a time, and you can talk.
Yep. Hear our opinions. And comment on what, or if you need advice or anything of that nature, we'll gladly help out. You know, any of that nature. You know what I mean? Big supports.
Anything.
Now,
Yep, because we're trying to help our community succeed.
yeah, because there's a lot of
Because
YouTubers or
I don't like
content
seeing
creators
anybody fail.
who are not. What? How can I put this?
Yeah, who
haven't made it yet.
are not pushing that.
Yeah, who haven't made it yet.
Yes,
and we're
exactly.
we're considered some of those YouTubers that are content creators.
We're in that portion.
Yeah, we're in that portion.
We
as
make good content, but our content is not being pushed by the YouTube.
well. Yeah. Also, if y'all want to
Treating us
see
dirty.
IRL videos, go check out Zay N on YouTube. You'll see us IRL talking about story times.
Actually, this is the channel they're seeing us on.
Oh yeah,
This is the Zay N podcast. So y'all go check out our personal channels.
yeah. Check out our personal channels.
Links in the description.
We're only gonna be dropping partial clips on our main channels, but our Zay N channel, that will be the full video will be there. If you want to see the full video, go to Zay N. If you want to see a little bit of it, come to our personals.
Yeah, little bitty clips.
Come to our personals.
Because I do play the game during these podcasts, so I'm playing live and talking at the same time. So
And
if
I
y'all
am-
see me pop off, you know what's going on.
And if y'all want to have me start streaming while we're talking, I will greatly. I'm on PC right now. I'm not on Xbox or PlayStation or anything of that nature. I am on Xbox on my
right now I'm
PC.
trying to get my stuff together so I can get a PC, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. All right, now you got
PC Master
Discord
Race,
running.
let's go.
If y'all want to join the Discords, they'll be in our
Yes.
channels
Yes.
and all that. You know, we can play some Among Us if y'all want to. I'll make a video off of that. You know, whatever. Hello neighbor, anything of that nature. You dig? Minecraft, it doesn't matter. Friday night funk.
That's what the Zay N channel is for. We do IRL and we do in-game.
Yep. Our Zay N channel
Podcast
is
too.
basically
Pretty soon.
Pretty
soon. As soon as we get these live videos up, I will find a way to get these up on Spotify for y'all. So, ooh,
So y'all can
y'all
listen.
listen on Spotify. You can.
Yep. Y'all can sit in class listening to your teacher
Listen to
and have some
and
headphones
us.
and pop in your headphones or your AirPods or your Beats or whatever headphones you use, your Raycons, and you know, listen to the Zay N podcast.
Oh yeah, but we're already 3 minutes in, but I just had to ask this question. Are you including your audio?
Yeah, mine's already included.
Last time I streamed, some people forgot to include their audio.
Since you stream, like every time you stream, and since my audio has always been included, it automatically does it for me. So it tells me, it legit tells me, it says, don't include audio, click it. And if I don't click it, it just still includes it if I click it. If I click it, it's going to take it out. And if I don't, it's going to include it. So yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Weird flex, but okay.
But
so
on this portion of the podcast, it's like a little something motivational, because in this day and age right now, all people are doing is putting each other down instead of trying to build the community up. Like as black people, we be putting our own community down instead of trying to build our own community.
the one
That's
race
something
that
we
talks
need
the
to
most
fix
shit
as a
about
whole.
each other is the black community.
Is the black community. We constantly shit on each other. We constantly hate on each other, even though we don't have to.
If you don't get the latest clothes,
congratulating each
you
other.
don't get the latest clothes, you're getting talked about. The latest shoes, you're getting talked about. A fresh cut, you're getting talked about. And some people don't realize that the financial struggles people go through. Some people just don't see it.
Yes.
Just because they're doing good, they think they should talk
just-
down on others.
Exactly. You're just blind to everybody's
Problems.
financial problems.
You think just because you don't
Because
have a problem, no one else has a problem.
everybody's life is not financially structured already.
And it's not even that it's their fault. They live with their parents. Cause people think as soon as they got out of high school they're gonna be rolling in money. Nigga, if you ain't doing it in high school, you're not gonna do it when you get out.
Exactly.
You like is it going to college, either through the school.
It's college. It's either you get a scholarship and you go to college and you leave college with no debt, or you go to college, get a loan, and you leave with debt.
And besides, fun fact: when you're born with debt. Because the U.S. owes so much money. You're born with like an $84,000
so much
debt.
money, my nigga.
You're born with the $84,000 debt. Off the rip.
Nigga, you're born broke, bruh.
You're born in debt. And if you don't believe it, look it up. I don't care.
Look it up, bro. And then also one thing, when you're born, you are given a number. Because that's how much the government generalizes everybody.
What do you think
that's what your social security number is.
When you join the army,
you were given a number.
For example, I'm in the army, right? I go by a rank and my last name. But besides that, I'm going off my social security. So that's what I go off. I am now government property. Simple as it is. There's no other to it.
Simple as it is.
I am no longer a civilian. I am government property. That is it.
Government. Everybody stand up and salute for your boy Uzi real quick. Salute. A salute to you.
Oh yeah, on the podcast, you really won't hear me talk about politics. If there is talk about politics, it would mainly be Zay.
If we do talk about politics,
it will be Zay.
It will be something that affects us
because
as a whole.
Legally, I am not allowed to talk about politics. Legally, I am not allowed to. Only Zay is allowed to. So. If there's any talk about politics,
talk about it.
There's
Zay. Something wrong.
Yeah, it will really be Zay talking about politics. I really won't be talking about politics. So if you ever wonder why you never hear Uzi talk about it, while I'm in service, while I'm in the army, I cannot talk about the politics. And while I'm in the army, I cannot tell you what I do. So don't even bother asking. If you ask, I'm just gonna say I work with the government. Say I can't tell you what I do. So yeah. Let me let y'all know that now.
Just do that. Some people will call mom just for saying I really didn't hate Donald Trump. I just disliked the things he did. Some of the things he did.
And that's his opinion.
At least he didn't destroy our economy. That's all I have to say. He didn't fuck us over.
He's a businessman. That's like I said. That's his opinion.
He's a businessman. He's a businessman. He did what he was supposed to do. You know what? I like Barack Obama, but he did fuck our government up just a little bit. Him and his wife and these dog shit ass fucking school food.
That's it. Wife and these dog shit ass
dog shit ass school food, bro. Disgusting.
School food do be nasty, man. I don't eat at school.
Let's get back on topic. Motivational purposes. And how I want to start this off is, even though it feels like you are losing, you're not.
There's no such thing
you're
as
always
losing.
Taking a
people might call us stupid for saying this.
W.
Losing, look, losing is basically a lesson, and if you lose, you learn a lesson.
For living.
So if you're
you're
either winning, or you're learning a lesson. If you lose a person, like say you and your girlfriend broke up, you learned the lesson, and if you didn't learn the lesson, then you didn't retain the lesson. Simple as it is.
Exactly.
That's as simple as it is. If now losing someone like as in death, that's a different story.
That's a different story.
But if no one's dead, if no one died to the situation, you learned the lesson. Or say you do something stupid and someone dies, you learned your lesson, because why? That person's dead for the mistakes that y'all did. And if you didn't learn the mistake that you did, then you didn't retain it.
Exactly. But for instance, this is why I always use anime as an example. Anime, people be like, that's a whole
cartoon.
It's a cartoon. Bro, you don't learn nothing from that stuff. Bro, anime will teach you more than you could ever learn in your life.
About friendship and real world. That's all it was. Friendship and real world. That's all it was.
Like some of the quotes that they say in these shows are so real, my nigga. Dude, like, wow.
Like Madara.
This changed my whole outlook on life.
Like Madara. That man there.
Come on, bro.
He made the world.
Like I could look up a quote right now, bro. Let's see.
Madara's quote: "Wake up to reality. Wake up to this accursed world." Like he said, reality, accursed world. That's just from the start. Cause think about it. Some people live in a fantasy.
Just like he said, man seeks peace, yet at the same time yearning for war. Those are the two realms belonging solely to man. Thinking of peace while spilling blood is something that only humans could do. There are two sides of the same coin. To protect something, another must be sacrificed.
Exactly. So, like, as simple as it is, basically saying is, if you want peace, there has to be war.
Literally.
Like, you know the saying, there's a rainbow after every storm? That's the same saying that he just said. If you want peace, there has to be time. Because a life with peace all the way can never happen. There will always be conflict wherever you look. There's a problem somewhere. It's up to you to address it. But if the problem addresses you before you address it, either you can run away from it or you can take the problem head on.
Exactly. Just like Madara said, once again, be strong enough to be someone who even the demons would fear, my nigga.
Exactly.
Come on, bro. It's everything in this world. It's all mentality, bro.
If you have the mentality that you can't do it, you won't do it.
It's all mentality, bro. That's all it is.
If you say you can't do it,
you can speak things into existence, bro.
Like my pops won't let me say I can't around him. Because if I say I can't, that means I just won't. That doesn't mean you physically can't do it, because anything can be physically done. It just takes time or brains or just something in general to make it happen.
I can't. You like that's not good, bro. You should be all like you should be like, I'll take a shot at this. I will try. I'll do my best.
Like anything that is considered a problem to you, you should always be you shouldn't consider that something that you can't do. You can do it.
You can do it because you can do anything
you have to
in this world.
Put your mind to doing it. That's it. If you already have the mindset of defeat, then you won't do it. And that's just real. That's just real. Simple as it is.
The only thing you can't be is a brick wall, my nigga.
Nah, you can be a brick wall.
Literally. You can't be a brick wall literally, but you can be a brick wall metaphorically.
Yeah. Cause some of them niggas in football, Jesus Christ. Them niggas built like brick walls. They built vertical.
Like
they don't move.
Like verbally, you can be a brick wall. Like someone could talk to you, bro.
You just don't listen.
And no matter what they say, you will not change your mind.
Nope.
You will not. You are metaphorically a brick wall.
Zay, if someone said, would you be considered a leftist or what? What would you be considered as?
Really and truly, I never thought about that.
Because the reason why I bring this upon this is because I've been watching have you heard of the Trainwreck podcast?
No, I have not.
Okay, well, there's a guy named Trainwreck, and he has a bunch of other streamers / content creators come in and talk about problems. Basically, almost like
problems.
And then there's a guy named Destiny. Destiny is a guy who I see.
Oh, I know who Destiny is.
Yeah, the guy who always has like almost a logical standpoint to everything.
Yes.
Which
is how every guy should be. As men, we really should not be moving off of emotions, because that's when reality gets clouded.
Well, it's not even that. We're taught to not be emotional. It's not even that alone.
Exactly.
We're taught not to be emotional because if you cry, you're not a man. If you do this, you're not a man. So,
but sometimes it is okay to cry. It's okay to cry sometimes, but you can't just be crying over stuff that is not meant to be cried over. Like they said, don't cry over spilled milk. Because even like thinking about it, don't cry over spilled milk. Even though you spilled the milk, it doesn't mean you can't have more.
Standard stock here. Level 2.
Alright, I don't know what's going on. He kind of got silent. But anyways, back to what I was saying, like, emotionally, it's okay that we have some emotions when it comes down to a moral standpoint. But when it comes to making big decisions, you think things out. You don't just act on impulse. because sometimes when you act on impulse, you're liable to mess something up instead of fixing it.
I need extended light mag here. Level 3.
I need an extended sniper mag.
Extended sniper mag here. Level 4.
Thanks.
Yeah, I could use that.
You're welcome.
I need a sniper stock.
Thank you.
I need a sniper stock.
New kill leader. Eyes out, folks. Say one. We're all inside this ring.
I forgot. I was about to press 2 like I was on Discord, but I forgot I was on the Xbox app. I just went and got my food. My bad. I have to go get my food.
That's good, bro.
Yeah, fries.
Gotta eat.
Fries, country chicken fried steak, and Texas toast.
Chicken fried steak, Texas toast.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
The immaculate stuff you did.
Extended heavy mag here.
But
Level
still,
and extended energy
we
mag.
just have to, hop
what I
back
did.
on track. We were talking about emotional and logical standpoints,
How men
and how
men are taught to
we
not be
should
emotional.
Let's check out this hole.
yes, and how we should act logically instead of emotionally. That's why I feel like I'm not trying to sound sexist, but we should not have a woman president, bro.
Ultimate accelerant here.
Because if someone threatens us
Mm-hmm.
and then she acts off of emotions and just pure emotion
War.
and without logically thinking,
War.
and we could end up in war. But as men, we know the consequences of going to war.
Death.
We'll sit there, we think about it, we're like,
Ultimate accelerant here.
it's we go to war and risk deaths of our people, or we can just stand back and we can resolve this.
And for
Because
some females say that
if I'm
men and women should be equal. We're to some
Woman
standpoint,
says.
from some standpoint, yes.
Get us some gear
But all
packages.
around, no. Because, like I said, most men are physically stronger than women, right or wrong.
Standard
Yes.
stock here.
Like, if you go into the army and you go to infantry,
Woman
most of the
says.
people there are going to be men and not
Get
women.
us some
You may-
gear
Like,
packages.
I know a female who's going to the army, and she was at Mets with me.
Ultimate
She was
accelerant.
ordered as a combat medic. Her husband, he's already in infantry. You see what I mean?
yeah.
So, yeah, okay, she's a combat medic. She's gonna be with the infantrymen. She's gonna be there in the fields. Understandable. But like I said, she's a female, so their requirements are different than ours.
We're not trying to sound sexist.
Yeah,
But
I'm not trying to
there's
say
certain-
females are bad, females are weak, this and that. I'm just saying from a logical standpoint or scientific standpoint,
because
females
I can sit here
have
and I can vouch.
a disadvantage in
There
some,
are females
in some
that-
aspects.
There are females that are potentially stronger than us, but we're still stronger than them
Stronger than the majority of females.
genetically. Of the majority.
There's like
Me trying to explain it.
how feminists say that females should be able to play male sports, and then they be like, it's not fair.
That would not be fair.
And then they say it's not
That
fair.
would not be fair.
Well-
and then now that's where we can get into the speaking point genders now. Thank you, Dave. We can get there, y'all. Now that they say that transgenders can now that they say transgenders can freaking
They can join the army.
participate in female sports. Transgenders can participate in female sports. Now that's when the women want to get mad because they're getting trashed in sports by transgender men or females. Because
Imagine a whole team of
These-
transgender people who were males and then converted to females on a rugby team and get to all-female rugby team.
Level 3.
bro, exactly, just like that. I'm trying to remember the name of this one sport, but it's a European sport. It's kind of like handball. There's this one transgender female. She is the tallest and biggest in the league, and her team cannot be stopped just because of her size and her boot strength.
Exactly. It's when people say, "Oh,
It is insane. It is insane how they want to get mad.
no."
Like, oh, this and that. Now they finally let it happen. Now they mad. They're like, take it back. We take it back.
Nah, it's too
Please.
late.
Woman says,
You know what kind of confuses
Use
me?
the
Well, not
accelerate.
confuses me. It kind of what makes me upset
Let's go this way.
when
Forget that.
a person who identifies or has a certain pronouns to use when you talk to them, when you speak to them, like they will be called he or she,
Let's go over here.
or be called they or them.
Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm just so used to going off of what you were classified in your birth certificate.
It's not even that.
If you were born a male, I will address you
Look,
as
it's
a
not
male.
even
If you were
that.
born a female,
I am
will
not
address you as a
legally
female.
obligated to call you by what you feel that you should be called. Legally, I am not.
Exactly.
I am not legally obligated to call you that. I'm not. Simple as it is. Now, if say I say, hey dude, what is your name? And then you like, well, I don't. Nah, I didn't ask for.
Nah, I ain't ask all that. What's your name?
Yeah, exactly. But you called me dude.
Reload.
And I would be like, and?
Well, in my eyes, you're a dude.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but dang, come on, bro.
Like you don't have like you. If you look at the dude to me, and you have the male features, and I just feel dude, bro, and you tell me, hey, I don't like being called dude, bro. Then therefore, I can probably respect that. You know, then it would be my choice to respect your commands on what to not be called. You see what I mean? But if you get defensive out the gate for
Like, if you
calling
get
that,
if you
come on,
get
no.
defensive, I'ma treat you the way that you're treating me.
Like, and you think I'm supposed
But
to walk up to
if
people?
you don't get defensive and you just prefer me to say this pronoun and be like, all right, I'll call you. Or if that's what you want to be called, I will call you.
Like-
but as soon as you start getting real disrespectful with me, all that goes out the door. I'm sorry.
Like, I understand that you maybe want to be called certain things.
Because if I have mutual respect for you, you should have mutual respect for me.
It's just the fact, though, you should not get offended when someone you don't know and who doesn't know you accidentally classify you as the wrong thing. How am I supposed to know that you want to be called something else? I don't know you. And that's what kind of makes me upset when I hear situations like that. Because people act like we're supposed to walk around and be like, hey, what are your pronouns? What am I supposed to call you?
Yeah, am I supposed to be cautious like that for everyone? Because sometimes you're not able to tell. Because sometimes some of these transgenders be out here trapping. They actually look like bad females.
They look like
but
females
no,
and
they're
they
not
sound like
bad
dudes.
females. They're bad dudes.
Like that one person on Instagram who like looks like a girl and then starts talking and the high pitched voice will be like, hey, you be like,
Yeah.
whoa, wait a minute.
Whoa.
Like every dude who he does that to, or
Bro, I know who you're talking about. Bro.
my bad, every dude that he or she does that to, they just freeze up or they leave. They don't know how to respond to that.
Oh God.
That's like, it's shocking. So when people get offended by someone calling them the wrong pronouns, when they didn't know their pronouns in the first place, they really just suck a dick and die.
Respectfully.
Respectfully. Because
Respectfully.
you can't get pissed over something I don't know.
Exactly.
Like back
See,
to the cheating
I'll
situation. If I
I'll
don't
be
know you have a
respectful
man
to
and I'm talking to
everybody.
you and then you have
I'll
a man,
be
it's not
respectful
my
to
fault.
everybody. But as soon as they start getting disrespectful to me, that's when I start getting disrespectful. Because I'm not just going to let you disrespect me like that. And be like, I'm doing all this to be nice. I'm trying to be respectful to you and respectful to others.
And also,
You're really stepping, you can't be stepping over me like that.
like the boy Preach me said on Abba and Preach, your
Shout out to them boys.
apology has to be as loud as your disrespect.
Literally.
If you disrespect somebody heavily and then they prove you wrong, your apology should have the same energy as your disrespect. Simple as it is.
You should be able to acknowledge and be like, yeah, I was wrong, and I apologize for that. And you should be able to continue on with your conversation.
Well, continue on with your life.
So that both of you can come to a notion
Or a
that's
mutual
all on the
agreement.
same page, or a mutual agreement. But some people come in with this preconceived notion, and then they're just gonna stick to that.
We'll give you that weak ass
They're not gonna
apology.
change, and they're not gonna change. They're not gonna change their view, even though they're completely wrong. They're the ones in the wrong.
Or they apology be mad weak. I'm talking about dummy weak.
Like dummy weak apology.
Which don't be needed at all. Just throw it away. You shouldn't even said it. It's dog water. And I feel
Like
offended.
if you're not gonna give it, like if you're not gonna give a genuine apology, just don't apologize at all. Just get the fuck out of my vicinity.
Exactly. And if you apologize, and it's such a big topic,
Spitfire here.
say you do apologize and I accept it. It doesn't mean I still want you around.
First word. Faster, faster, faster.
I can accept your apology and still don't want you around in my presence. Because I felt highly, I may accept your apology, but I still felt highly disrespected when you did or said or whatever.
Yep.
Which is as simple as it is. That's how it should go. Your disrespect should be, I mean, your apology should be as loud as your disrespect.
New kill leader.
Simple as it
Eyes
is.
out for. Damage over here. Just a
Then I basically don't know what to tell you. If your apology is weaker or just dumbfounded, well, I'm just dumbfounded how weak your apology is when your disrespect was on Goku level energy.
Exactly. Exactly. And then as soon as they do that, then they wonder why they're getting
welcome, Tyler,
disrespected all of a
to
sudden.
the Zay N podcast.
Yeah, don't include your audio though.
Yeah, welcome to the Zay N podcast, Tyler.
Serving him a knuckle
So you can
sandwich.
just sit back and listen, and if you have something to say, we will be able to hear you, and we will relate to the podcast what you're saying.
What? What are you talking about?
1 second.
Oh, it's saying you restart your Xbox.
Restart your Xbox.
Hey, Mira. Got some enemies right here.
Yeah, just reset it.
Hell yeah.
Just reset it again.
Firing. Reloading. Taking fire.
Reset it. I'm telling you, reset your Xbox.
Or just restart your account.
Watch your frag. Reload. Kill that joker.
But what
What you
was we
counting?
talking about again?
1 minute, and the ring's spitting distance, folks. We've got
We were just talking about mutual respect.
all right, come
Oh yeah, we were talking about how mutual
And
respect
mutual
goes along.
respect and and mutual agreement.
Joker's shooting at
Yeah.
me.
Because
Reloading. Rings close and closing in 45. It's moving time.
even though you don't like the person, you don't have to hate them. You can still respect them. Just like for Donald Trump, even though I did not like him, I had a mutual respect for him
Yeah.
because he was our president. Even though I didn't like him, I still have respect for that nigga because he was our president.
And that's how it should be with most people, like I
Recharging
said.
shields.
Because I'm a genuine person. I'm not a fake person.
Just respect others if you want to be respected. Like the saying, treat others how you want to be treated. Same thing with respect.
Yes.
If you disrespect
If
somebody,
you
and
respect
them to
somebody, they gonna
you've
respect you,
highly
even if they don't
mistaken.
like you.
Move in.
Even if they don't like you and you don't like them, y'all both have some type of mutual respect for each other.
Sign in again.
Gotta hop up here. Anvil receiver.
It's just
Ready, set, go. Gotta hop up here. Anvil receiver.
this juice box is good. It's free. I ain't gonna cap to you.
Juice box, bro.
What? Hey, what?
You know what? Minute Maid do be having the best juice though. Hey.
I've been drinking apple juice,
Ain't going
cranberry juice, orange juice.
I've been drinking healthy juices.
Mm-hmm.
I stay healthy, bro.
Drinking water.
And that's one thing you gotta do. That's one thing you gotta do. You gotta take care of yourself first, bro. You can't be
Look,
worrying about everybody else.
for all
Take care
the
of
dudes that are in
yourself before you.
relationships, when you're in a relationship, yes, you should want to take care of the person you're in a relationship with. But if you don't take care of yourself first, you can't take care of the other person.
Yeah,
Simple as
you
it
gotta
is.
put yourself first.
If you go yourself
Put
and
your
then
needs
them.
first.
Yourself
and
and
then
then
that person's
them.
needs next. Because it's not like that person's dying.
Because when that person wasn't there, it was just you. Simple as it is.
It was just you. You had yourself.
That's a simple way I can put it. Yourself and then them.
Yep, that's the only way you can put it.
Why don't you share this confirmation? All you have to do is change the password. Community can change it. Well, no, he ain't out of Xbox Live because right now he's playing. When I saw him, he was playing Minecraft. Yeah, he's playing Minecraft.
Sorry, y'all.
With,
we're getting off topic.
Yeah, we're trying to help out a friend right now. But right now he's playing Minecraft with his girlfriend and her friend.
Anyways,
Zay, keep on going. I'm about to go drop my stuff off in the trash real quick. So keep on going.
All right, but really and truly, people as a whole, some people, they'll put their pride over everything else, and they don't like to admit that they're wrong. But to truly like make it to the right mindset, you have to put how do I explain this? I'm trying to explain this. I'm trying to word it.
Easier to patch folks up if you don't blow 'em. Taking fire.
I'll keep that in mind, Doc. Recharging me
Trying
shield.
to I'm really trying to explain this and focus on the game.
Bad guy.
Break the rest of you too. Come on now. Reload. Listen up, I'm getting shot at. Another enemy down.
Charging on my feet.
Just giving my shield a recharge.
Shout out to my people who's on the stream with me and Day for our podcast. I appreciate y'all, all y'all support, especially on our channel.
Enemy here, fellas. Enemy here. Enemy here.
More enemies down. Never touch anyone log grenades more than silver. Yes.
Alright, I am back. What does?
We've got company. Heads up, we're not.
Ooh, chat, Twitch stream. I know y'all saw that. That's
Tyler.
the podcast VOD. Squad wipe.
Tyler. I mean, Xbox cancel your subscription. Did Xbox cancel your subscription?
Thermite out.
For you. You better call.
Come on. Enemy here. Using
So I think this is part 2 of the podcast is gonna be the part of the podcast
You know not
where we
just
really
us.
have to edit.
We got to
Yeah,
watch
we could add that like a big section where we just not talking about nothing really.
recharging my shields.
taking fire. Reloading. I got some bad guys
But
here.
Taking fire.
But anyways, let's move on to a different topic from what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Level 4.
But back to what we were talking about at the beginning.
Shit.
To truly lose, there really is no losing if you were always doing what you were supposed to do. Say for instance, because like in One Piece, I think it was the beginning of One Piece, episode 50 something or 30, 40 something, when Luffy went to see where Jolly Rogers died at. I mean, not Jolly Rogers, but Blackbeard died.
The Jolly Roger.
The Jolly Roger. But he went to go see where Blackbeard died at, and he got into a predicament, and he was about to be executed because, you know, he had a bounty on his head. And even though he was about to die, he still smiled, bro. He still smiled. He kept his head high. He was like, hey, if I die right now, I never took an L.
What's about the doctor?
I did what I was supposed to do. It's a W. It was a W. It was a W, bro.
Hello, Nick. Welcome to the Zay N
hello.
podcast. This is the Zay N podcast where we talk about topics. Yes. Controversial topics, friendly topics, all types of topics.
All right, I do got a question. Controversial. Why are lesbians so hot?
Why are lesbians so hot? Okay.
Why are lesbians so hot? I mean, it's not what we're talking about.
Oh, then I guess I got us off subject. My bad.
We are on the concept of
there's no such
never
thing as
giving
losing.
up.
Almost. Yeah.
That's the basic concept on never giving up. And like literally, my mindset is I'm gonna always try my best, and the only way I can be stopped is through death. And even if I do die, I still win. I never lose. Never.
Oh snap!
Death is the only way you can be stopped, bro. Just the fact of you being alive is a W.
Exactly.
You're chasing your dreams and you're achieving goals, that's a W.
Dub. Big dubs in the chat. Big dubs.
You can only win. The only time you lose is when you give up. That's the only time you lose, bro. Really and truly.
Or
that
death.
is true.
Or death.
Or death. Yeah. Or death.
Well, you really don't lose in death if you were doing what you're supposed to be doing.
The only time you lose in death is basically when.
Cause see, if I die right now,
I'm ready for a match.
I would count that as a W. Because I did what I was supposed to be doing, and I did what I wanted to do instead of what others telling me I had to do and bending to the system. I did what I wanted to do, so I died with the W on my rep sheet.
I would always be the boss of me, simple as it is. I'll always be the boss of me.
Exactly.
Now, here's a topic we really didn't touch upon in our last podcast. Now, I just want to briefly touch upon in this one. Now, we all know that transgenders are a thing.
Oh
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So therefore, when say like they expressed or basically talked about earlier in our last podcast, or maybe this one, how they're allowed in female sports now.
I suggest this landing.
So this one we talked about that 15-20 minutes ago.
Where you were a transgender from like I guess if a male goes to a female, he's now allowed to go into a female sport.
Into female sports. Which now they're mad at that.
Yeah.
After they
there's a great imbalance when it
like
comes
how
to
can
that.
You be mad
Because of the strength.
How can you be mad at something you supported?
And you know what? It's not going to allow that. The Olympics. People that run the Olympics are not going to allow that whatsoever.
Because isn't it like a 40%?
I mean, but they said they were going to allow
difference between males and females, right? Isn't it about 40%?
Because it's discrimination if they don't allow it in the Olympics.
Yeah.
So they basically put themselves in the bad spot.
Yeah, they basically
put themselves in the bad spot when they did that. So they just literally fucked themselves over.
If they never allowed it, they would never have the problem to deal with when it comes to the Olympics and stuff like that. And that's just simple as it is. Now, how do you feel that a transgender male can now use the bathroom with your? If you had a daughter, right, and you saw a person who looks like a male, who has the structure of a male, but they're transgender. You didn't know it, and they walk into the female's bathroom, and your daughter's in there. How would you feel about that?
If that happened,
Hey,
I'd
Nick,
throw
are
hands.
you are? I'm sorry to stop you right here, but
My audio is
is
included.
your audio included?
My audio is included.
Alright, I just want
But
to
I am
make
seriously
sure the
throwing
stream
hands with this man, because like I would not allow anyone
See,
to do
but
that
Nick,
whatsoever.
Nick,
To be
Nick,
honest, as
Nick.
I'm not a father, but if I were to think as one, I would not be okay with
But
that.
No, I
Nick,
wouldn't.
Nick, look, listen to what you said. You said you're gonna throw hands with him.
Or
Legally,
yeah.
he's a hurt. You see what I mean? You see where that's a problem?
Legally, it's a hurt.
In my
now.
eyes,
You see where that's a
That's the
problem?
problem.
Obviously, it's also all personal, like how you personally view it. In my eyes, that's still a guy right there. I don't care what you say.
Exactly. Because by law,
Yes,
you don't
and-
have to address them by what they basically like say.
By their new
Yeah.
Yeah,
pronoun.
by their new pronouns. You don't have to address them by
No,
that.
I don't.
But they still have the rights to go into that female's bathroom because why? They don't have a penis anymore.
We're not trying to be disclaimer. We're not trying to be disrespectful in anything. We're just of utmost respect. We're just trying to get all views on this.
Yeah, we're basically touching controversial
We're not trying to
topics right
spread
now.
we're not trying to spread malice.
Because it's kind of confusing
all
when
to
you,
get
when
everybody's
you
thinking
get
about
into like the transgender area. I won't even per se say the community.
Yeah, that's a wasteland once you get in there,
Because
bro.
it's
Once you
like-
get in there,
there's
you
like-
can't leave. You can't go back.
Yeah, it's like,
Exactly.
what do you like?
There's no
What
going
can you
back.
do in any situation? There's like always a bad and a good way. There's like
exactly. Then therefore it comes to terms of calling people he instead of her or he. I mean her instead of him. It can be confusing.
Level 3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if it's a transgender, like how it wouldn't make sense on what if they did something wrong and they had to go to jail. Are they gonna put them in a female jail? They can literally run the female jail if they wanted to.
now I did see what's
Exactly.
really confusing is
Any
like
fight they get into, stomped. You just getting trashed.
now, but let's say like so seriously, like I saw this video. This person had rubber bands, a blue one for if they want to feel like a male, pink if they want to feel like female, like some other color. I'm gonna say green if they want to like be non-binary. That is the most confusing stuff ever, especially if
It
they're
makes
like
no
pink.
sense.
Can you call real quick because like I don't know, 30 seconds earlier
I'm
you
not
had
trying
a
to be
blue band.
disrespectful.
It's messed
But
up.
that's some stupid shit.
That's some
I'm
stupid
not trying
stuff.
to be disrespectful, but that is very ignorant. And I hate to get on this gender stuff, but my nigga, there is only two genders. Two, male and female.
And then look. This
Nothing
is
more.
where people go to. This is where it gets real controversial with two genders. Because if I say yes, God only made two genders, but the people who don't believe in religious aspects, they're like, well, science. There's not. There is scientifically because there's only a penis and a vagina.
Coming down.
There's never been a case where two vaginas rubbed together and made a baby. There's never been a case. There's never been.
Literally,
It feels like
bro.
with that bone marrow
Literally.
stuff, and their babies are disabled. Like,
Oh
to the
yeah,
max.
bro, their
Yeah.
babies are gonna die
No,
2
look,
months
no,
after
they
birth.
did make a bone marrow baby. Didn't it die?
Yeah, it died.
It did die.
It died.
The
There's
baby
no way
months
it's
after
living.
birth, it didn't even live. So y'all, I'm not trying to say. Then again, this is controversial, but you are making a sped baby.
When you try to make when you try to basically play combatives with the clear as day right answer that there's only two genders, you're fighting a losing war. You're fighting a losing game because
Literally.
scientifically you can't prove
Scientifically.
that.
But I will say,
Realistically-
let's get this out of the way first. For all my like special education people, you guys are great. Like honestly, love to all of you.
You're great. We love you.
You guys having a hard
We love
time
you
out
all.
there, and honestly,
We love
just
everyone.
Get past it, my guy.
Like, but also like I said,
I just hate the way people.
Go ahead, go
I
ahead.
just don't like the way they get this. They get
They're just disrespected a lot.
They get disrespected and they get treated at school, bro. Especially when I'm at lunch and I see this special ed kid. His name is Ryan. He's a black special ed. Sits with this group of kids, and they always mess with him and pick on him. And I don't get why. And it kind of
Zay,
hurts me a little bit.
Zay, remember
I
that
be
time
wanting
we
to
was at
say
Snow?
something, but I really can't say something because I know if I do, I'm gonna end up fighting them niggas.
Zay, remember that time we was going on lunch and a special ed kid ran past us, and then two girls were behind us and they started laughing, and then we slowed down and they walked past and they were still laughing at the special ed person. Remember, I even like pointed that out to you because
Bro, I said, bro, and I was sitting there like, that's real disrespectful, bro. I be really letting people slide, but I'm starting to not let people slide anymore.
But back to
Even the people that are younger to me, I show them the utmost respect
but back,
because I'm still young too.
but back to the to the gender topic. To the gender topic.
Listen up, I'm dead.
Religiously, you cannot say there's not more than two genders. Scientifically, you can't say that. You can only say that by feeling alone. You can feel like you're something else, but scientifically and religiously, you're not.
Listen up, we'll
But
spread out a bit. Watch
What?
your mouth.
But what are we getting into this? Some people are calling this a disability.
They're calling it a what?
They're calling it
I mean, not
disability.
disability, not a disability. I'm trying to say they're calling it what do you call it? Like a mental
Mental illness.
a mental illness.
A mental
It is
illness.
it's starting to be considered a mental illness
To be
because you're not born a female in a boy's body.
I will say there are some guys
You
that are more
think you are.
feminine than like
feel
other
like that.
guys, but that
Yes.
doesn't matter. And they're still a guy.
Depending on the way you were brought up.
now,
It
yeah,
is
like you
hard
could
to
be
do
more
in the way you're
feminine
brought
than
up.
another guy, and if you turn out to be gay, that is completely fine. That is not. That's I don't have
Yeah,
nothing
I'm not
against
gonna
that.
knock you, bro.
But
Do
when people
what you
say,
do.
"Oh,
It's your
I
life, live
classify
it.
as an Apache helicopter," no, you do not. No, you do not classify as a duck, a squirrel, a pig, a pigeon. No.
Raisin
You're
Bran
either-
cereal,
You're
not
either a
Raisin
male
Bran cereal,
or
bro.
a female.
You
Just
don't
giving my shields a reach.
classify it as any of that.
You're either male or female. That's the simplest way I can put it. You either have a penis or you don't.
Thank you.
You have either one or two sex organs. You don't have four. You don't have three. You can't have none. You either have one or the other. It might be a micro. It's okay. You still have it, so you still classify it as that. Simple as it is.
That. Yes.
And it's just like, and it baffles me when people say, when people say, "Oh, I'm non-binary," and then they pop out and say, "I'm a furry." What? What?
But what?
Like,
These are a whole different topic. I don't know how to feel about those.
like you say you're non-binary, and you pop out as something completely other. That's kind of a problem of today. How people can just switch their sexuality mad fast. If off of just
Mad
a
fast.
blink of an eye, I can go from say
Nice whenever
if
they
I didn't
want.
want to be a dude anymore. I didn't like boys. I mean I didn't like girls. I could be a turtle.
I know bullying was a problem, but I feel like bullying did keep some people from being weird.
Like,
Oh, like,
I can now
oh
classify
my
as a
God,
turtle if I wanted to. I can say you have to call me Sir Turtle Bob when you address me, because that's just the norm. That's just society nowadays. And am I wrong though? Am I wrong?
No. And I have to,
And that's the problem.
And by law, I kind of have to respect that issue.
That is the problem.
And that is the problem. And that is the honest. Like that's absurd. Like, that's honestly absurd. How someone can just easily say they're one thing and they're clearly another. For
Exactly.
example, it's like a white man saying he's
Like
black.
you can't just switch. You can't backpedal.
It's like
But and then I feel like some females, they get their heart broken once and they feel like they want to be gay. But really and truly,
they be cheating.
two females in a relationship will never work. It will never work, bro. Never.
Some of them do.
I've never seen. Some of them do work, but some of them, like,
Is that just a
generally,
hard
they don't
case
work.
to find?
Like they'll be gay and they'll realize, oh,
I
I'm
can
gonna
say
have kids
this.
of my own.
The
And I want my
younger the
kids to have
person
a
is
father.
when they're gay, it's harder for that relationship to work. But the older they are, I think it's easier because they realize who is the alpha in the situation. I guess because I think we all know a couple
girls-
of gay people who are
I
cheating
feel like
on their gay
Girls will be like all on
relationship
that
partner
independent stuff,
with the
but
opposite
deep
sex.
down in their heart, they really want to be cared for.
Like I
Like,
said, we
that's-
can all name a few
that's-
gay people who are not even gay, just lesbian females who are in a relationship with a
And then
girl
they'll
are cheating.
they'll go full gay, and then they'll cheat with the dude. So now they're
Yeah, and then they
bisexual.
cheat with the dudes with their girlfriend. And
I know a couple people who do that.
see,
Somebody did that with me.
I think we've all been.
I didn't knock her, bro. She like boys and girls. It's okay.
It's kind of weird. We're talking about sex. This is sex. That makes it probably just. What,
Coolness.
treason?
Down.
Oh, okay.
Where'd you get that? Yeah. Crayon Eater going to the Marines. Oh, you eat rocks. Okay, you've upgraded. Okay.
Okay.
Tyler said
My
you
guy,
eat
you
tough
got
topic
that
again.
Sapphire, my guy.
This is the part of the podcast that's gonna be heavily edited because we keep getting off topic.
Exactly. Dang it, Tyler and Nick, y'all made us get off topic.
I
many
mean,
times.
I at least contributed a little bit.
Yeah. But
Nick, you're contributing.
but like I was saying, there should be only like the section could, like, you know how you go do job applications or anything online,
Yeah, male,
or anything
female,
like
other.
that, it says male, female, or other. Yeah, or that either, or none. The other it
Or prefer not to tell.
yeah, or prefer not to tell. All that basically came from people being in their feelings. It's not logical.
Literally.
It's not scientifically proven, religiously proven.
Yeah. And you know what this leads to?
It's legit.
This leads to cancel culture, which is really bad. It's really bad now. It's getting
Yep.
really terrible.
If I say the N word with a hard R and I'm black, I can be canceled. Just
Literally.
just because.
And then I'm over here like, nigga, I am a nigga, bro. Come on, bro.
But I can be canceled for it.
Be like, I'm black.
Right.
Just
When
like
you
on my
think of-
main
okay,
channel.
look, when you think of
Somebody
society,
heard me saying the N-word on my main channel. They told me to stop saying the N-word. I'm not black. And then I made a face cam video and they were like, oh, this nigga black. Yes,
Like,
bro.
I've heard that so many times. Like, some people on Discord,
just
they say I
because the
sound
way my
black. Some
dialect
people on
is.
Discord say I don't sound black. Exactly. Exactly.
Exactly.
So
And all black people have a code switch, bro. You can act like a nigga for real. And then all of a sudden you can switch up and you can just be the most respectful person ever. And
like it's weird because
your
I
dialect
guess they
will
expect us
change
to all talk
and you'll
the
start to
same.
say big words.
I tend to do that. I can say big words.
Yes, I switch up say
I just get so
Even-
infatuated,
even-
my guy.
even like even my normal stuff, I say big words.
Like I guess
Like, I say big
I
words
guess
all the
some
time
people
that some people
expect
don't
us
even
all
know.
to talk the same. Like we're supposed to sound
Exactly.
the same.
So it's
Kinda
a
like
stereotype.
Like, we're
Kind,
supposed-
yeah,
It's a
kind of like
stereotype.
okay,
Yeah,
kind of like if a person
stereotype.
who doesn't speak Spanish hears a bunch of people speaking Spanish and then hears someone speaking English
man.
and then they start speaking Spanish, it will confuse that person.
Be like, huh?
Yeah, it's like
Whoa.
or the one common thing I actually don't like to hear is, oh, you know Spanish, and then they're saying it to a guy who is Mexican. Just because
Yeah.
he's Mexican doesn't
Oh,
mean
yeah.
he knows Spanish. It's like what?
Exactly. I know a lot of Mexicans that can't speak Spanish.
Exactly. It's weird. Like our society is weird, bro. Oh, because you're Mexican, you should be able to speak Spanish. Like Ethan. Ethan is part Korean, so he should know how to speak Korean. No.
Oh, he should automatically know how to speak Korean.
No,
he
it
doesn't know how to
work
speak Korean.
like that.
Same with Long.
Exactly.
It doesn't work like that. Same with Ralph.
Ex-
It doesn't work like
Exactly. Just because you're a
that.
certain
They
race
were born in America, bro.
doesn't mean you should speak or know everything about that race. Yes, it's good to know about your
just
history
because
and your
they're
heritage.
Asian, they're automatically
no.
not from that country.
Exactly. It's not like
They were born in
people-
America. They're American. Stop calling them. Don't call them Asian American. Don't call them none of that other stuff. Call them American. They were born here, my nigga.
Like
Come on, bro.
it's weird.
I'm not an
because
African American. I was born here. I am American.
It's like it's weird when people say
My mom was born here. She's an American.
It
Dad
just
was born
baffles
here. He's an
me. It
American.
just baffles me when people think just because you're a certain
I'm not.
race, you should know a certain
Yes.
language or you should speak a certain
Exactly.
way. It's like
Exactly. Everybody's dialect is different.
yeah, like when I used to live in Germany, they said I was weird because I used to say y'all. They say you guys, I say y'all. Because for why?
say you
'Cause I'm
guys.
from down south. Down
We say
south,
y'all,
we say
bro,
y'all.
'cause
We
we
have a
from
bunch
Texas,
of words
boy.
that don't make sense to other people up north or in different countries.
It's just
Oh,
slang.
God.
It's
just slang.
it's basically it's a regional thing. It's from the region you're in.
Like everybody's dialect come from where you grow up at.
Like from Florida.
Everybody
If you're
is
from
a
Florida, you
product
probably hear a
of
person
their
from Florida say
environment.
jit a lot.
Exactly.
If you hear a person from the UK, you might hear them say bruv.
Bro.
Bruv. Like, come on now. Bruv, you
That
making
and
me hot.
enunciation.
Like,
Enunciation is
come on now.
completely different.
It's just really from where you're from.
Everybody enunciates different.
Exactly. From where you're from and your household depicts on how you're gonna talk or what language you're gonna
I'm just
speak.
chilling.
Like I know a bunch of people who speak English,
I'm
who
just gonna
know
sit in the firing
Spanish,
range for a minute.
but their mom and their dad only speak Spanish, and that's cool. That's perfectly fine.
That's cool.
Because
And then sometimes when they're moving like that, and they know how to speak pretty good English, they're in school. But then at the same time, that's also good because they can teach their parents how to speak English.
exactly, like
Which
not
means
JoJo,
their
Antonio
parents will know two languages.
I think Antonio's
Antonio,
mom,
he can speak two
yeah,
languages.
I think his mom
He can
speaks
speak
like every time we
Spanish
hear his
and
mom,
English.
she's speaking Spanish, right?
Yes,
See, he's always in Spanish.
literally.
I've never
Because
heard
in
his mom
Spanish
speak
households,
But
they
it doesn't
really don't
make
speak
me any
English that
different.
much.
It doesn't mean just because if I look at him, I'll be like, I should go up to him and be like, hey, do you know Spanish? No. I should.
Like the only time Antonio speaks Spanish
When he's talking
is
to his
when he's
mom.
talking to his parents.
Exactly. His family or his mom or his dad. Simple as it is. Because why? He grew up in a household that speaks that language. If he grew up in a household that doesn't speak that language, doesn't mean he has to speak that language by default. He might say English is his second language and Spanish is his first language, or he might say it vice versa. It doesn't matter what he says. If he knows English, he knows English. If he doesn't speak Spanish and you're disappointed because he's Mexican and he doesn't speak Spanish, then you have a problem. You honestly have a problem. Because, like I said, just because there's that race doesn't mean that you speak that language. It's like saying every black person should be selling drugs and trying to be a rapper in a gang.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work like that.
But
some black people
yeah,
are
but that's
lawyers
not
or
true.
doctors and stuff
And
like that.
Some of us are geniuses.
Exactly. So it's weird
They
how
can't
people
just stereotype us because of a small group.
exactly. People just think the way stereotypes really just work is it gets the bad and then puts it all with that category. It's never the good.
They literally just label you.
It's never the good.
They'll see one small group and then label the whole group.
Based like Asians eating dogs, like only like
Yeah.
what like some like
And then the
in
crazy
China
part
like
is-
one little town does it, and now so every Asian does it.
And then
Now every
you know the
Asian
funny
does it.
part is people make
But
fun
what
of
people
Asians
don't
eating dogs.
understand
Right?
is they're having food shortages.
Exactly. They was in a
They
famine.
can't help
They had
that,
nothing
bro.
else to eat. That was their only option. Like people make fun of it and don't even know the actual meaning of where that came from. It makes no sense.
Exactly.
How what we're talking about, Tyler, is how people are making fun of Asian people eating dogs, but the real reason where it came from is they had no food. They didn't have the food for it. That's what they had to do, Tyler. Well, we're speaking facts, DA.
You dummy.
We're speaking facts. Tyler, what percent of Asian are you? 12.
12.
Tyler,
But is your mom Asian?
Tyler,
Is your dad
From
Asian?
from where?
Tyler,
Yeah, from where?
Tyler.
What's your demographic?
What's your demographic, Tyler?
What's your demographic, Tyler? Come on.
Tyler, how much percent of
That's how I know you lying,
Tyler?
bro.
You said 12%. What's the other percent? 12 out of 100. 12 out of 100. 12 out of 100, Tyler. Come on. Do the math. Do the math. Come on. Come on, do the math, Tyler. 12 out of 100.
Tyler, you're supposed to be Asian. All Asians are good at math.
See?
Is that
It's
stereotypical, nigga?
stereotypical. That's a
'Cause
stereotype.
we all know Asians are good at
See, that's a
math.
stereotype right there.
Stereotype.
But like I said, come on, Tyler.
Just like we all know, Mexicans are good at cooking food and cutting grass, my nigga. That's what they do.
See, that's another stereotype. But you know the
And
crazy
black people, we're just born with melody in our bones. We're all good at making music
and stealing.
and still.
And chicken, my guy, making the best
Yeah,
chicken.
and having long schlongs.
chicken.
And having long schlongs.
Yeah. Yeah.
See what
And
I
all
mean?
Mexicans
Like,
are like humongous because they're always overfed by their grandmothers.
yeah.
We should know this.
They eat good.
See what I mean? But you see how like jokes are really dark and morbid, like I was talking about, Zay.
Oh, definitely.
That's what I'm
And then,
saying.
like,
They're just a joke. They're just jokes, and there's nothing to get hurt over. If you get butt hurt,
is a weird topic
thicker
to
skin.
speak upon, Zay. But when females say they have better humor than most guys,
they
they
don't.
don't.
I'm sorry.
It's not even me
I'm
being
not trying to be
it's
disrespectful,
just their
but
jokes
they don't.
are trying to be sunshine and rainbows. When dudes tell jokes, it's dark and morbid, which makes it funny because you
We
know
tell
it's bad,
realistic jokes,
but it's
bro.
funny by the way they're telling it. Because if I tell you
Realistic
about
jokes
a
towards
Jew,
life.
if I tell you a Jew joke, you're most likely going to laugh, unless you're just one of those people who don't like comedy at all. But like, okay, can anyone tell the time they heard like a genuine funny joke from a female?
Nah, bro.
What about you, Nick?
Oh, yeah.
Have you had
I'm trying to think of something to say. It's because like just to be clarify
Never, bro.
about the like racist stereotypes. There's a difference between using it as a joke and like taking it seriously. There's
Like,
a huge
taking it
difference.
Like if
Yeah.
someone says, look at those
Some people will get butthurt and then run with
over
it.
there,
Just
that
to
is
cancel you.
racist. If I say, look at that, saltine, yeah,
That saltine.
yeah, that is racist.
Freaking Ritz.
That is
Club-
racist.
No, not
If I
club.
say look at that
Clubs is the good
eater,
crackers.
that is racist. If I'm saying in a hurtful manner, it is racist. Now, do I say
Yeah,
a
but if I
person-
say it without the intent of slandering somebody,
exactly, if I'm saying it in a joking manner and
Bro, it's
everyone
just a
there
joke.
and
I don't know
everyone
why you get
and like
mad.
if the people
I'm not even being
who
serious.
understand the concept of that joke and don't take it out of context or try to look for the deeper meaning, like, oh, that person's trying to be low key racist. Well, the joke is blatantly saying racist things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that person just being racist in general.
It's just a stick.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's a
so
stick
I
joke.
that's exactly. I'd be like, bro, I don't understand why they get butthurt, because really and truly, we shouldn't generalize each other by skin color. We're all the same. We're all human beings.
We're all
we
human
have
beings
the
at the end of the
same
day.
makeup. The only thing is different is our melanin and our skin.
Only difference is our features on our body and the color of our skin. But that shouldn't even depict on how you treat a person by the color of their skin. It shouldn't even matter. It
Really
shouldn't.
shouldn't.
Alright, but back to the like jokes. I think a lot of reasons why a lot of people like are dark jokes. It's like it's an outlet. It's an easy outlet right there.
It's a smooth
Talk about
outlet.
dark stuff and then
And the thing about them, they're realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many cops does it take to change a light bulb in a black room?
I have no clue how many.
They don't change it. They just sit there and beat the room because it's black. You see what I mean? I made a joke out of police brutality. But it's funny. You see what I mean? You see what I mean, though?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
okay, police beating on a black room because the room is black. Wow, funny. But real talk, it's really deep down, morbid and dark because why? It's stuff like that happens. It happens. People get beat on because they're black. And it's funny when people get mad over jokes like that. Like, come on now.
exactly. Bro.
There was no harmful intent about that joke. It's a joke for a reason.
Exactly, bro.
It's sometimes if like feeling oppressed, my guy, you guys just let that out with jokes too.
Yes, bro. And if you think about it, bro, look at the funniest comedians ever. What are their stories mostly about?
Their life.
Their life.
Their life. Kevin Hart and his kids. Kevin Hart and his dad. Kevin Hart and his mom. Kevin Hart and the interactions with people.
That's why they always say, bro, the funniest nigga in your class could be the one in the most mental pain.
And it's not
could
even
be
that.
going on at home.
If you think about
Never
this,
know.
when dudes express their emotions,
Because they're always smiling and they're always making others happy.
when dudes express their emotions, they either express it in jokes, music, or physical exercise or anything of that nature.
Yep.
That's how we
I'm
express.
pretty sure the music that everybody listens to generalizes who they are as a person.
Yeah.
Like I listen to a lot of slow music, but it depends on what mood I'm in.
Like,
One day you'll hear me listening to Tokyo's Revenge and Josiah. Then the next minute, I'm listening to
Drake.
17 album by XXXTentacion.
Yeah, what?
Or I'm listening to Drake. Or I'm listening to
sunshiny,
Daniel Caesar.
rainbowy mood. I'm listening to some sad Trippy, some sad Drake, X, Don Toliver.
My favorite song of all time.
Brit,
F Love.
look,
by Trippie
Brit
Redd
Fayez.
and
I'm listening to
XXXTentacion.
all the sad stuff. I'm not listening to none Drake.
Drake, my nigga.
Drake.
Who doesn't listen to Drake, my nigga? It's Drake,
Tyler,
bro.
you must not realize Drake is a
You're
household name.
weirdo. Drake is a household name.
Drake is
Everybody like Drake.
Drake
nigga.
is a
It's Drizzy
household
Drake.
name.
Nigga, you telling me back in middle school you was not all about that 10 bands, 50 bands, 100 bands, man.
Disgusting man, OMG, little sleep.
You telling me you was not bumping that jump man, that boy
Up to something. Woo!
Hey.
Come on, bro. And then when the nigga was sad, you wasn't singing that Marvin's Room.
What?
Ace full of rose.
Or from time.
On my
From
old
time.
phone.
You know, dang well.
From Time, bro. That's one of my favorite Drake songs.
What?
Right there,
Well, I'm in
From
my
Time.
feelings. I'll slap on some From Time and just
With
sit there and
what
think.
is it, Janae Aiko?
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
I'm talking about. I'll sit there and think. Drake is a household name. I'm telling you. My grannies know about Drake. Come on now. My grannies know about Drake. and one of my grannies is a deep Christian. I'm talking about a deep Christian. And she
She
knows
listen to
about
God playing
Drake.
every weekend, my guy.
Oh God, God's playing.
Exactly.
You told me that song was not fire. God's playing.
So what was the other? What was the other song?
I feel good sometimes, I don't.
What was the other one? With Kiki, what was that? Dang.
Oh yeah, in my feelings.
Yo.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Bro, that melody was floating, boy. You telling me you did not listen to Sicko Mode, Eiler? Come on, bro.
So you listen to Travis? So you listen to Travis?
I think everybody mess with Travis Scott, bro.
Everybody got Travis.
Bro,
Apple
Travis
pie?
Scott be vibing,
I like apple pie.
especially when he start melodying. Oh my God, it would be like you would just be listening to a song and all of a sudden this nigga would break out.
Like Apple Pie by Travis Scott, I liked it.
Like Skyfall is so fire. That's one Travis Scott song I'll put y'all on to. Y'all go listen to Skyfall, bro.
Bro,
with
we
Metro Boomin.
got smooth off topic again. we started talking about music.
Bro, we be getting off topic, but these are gems that need to be talked about.
Yeah.
These are topics that need to be talked about, bro.
About the topic
How
we
the
were
flow
just talking
conversation
about.
goes.
'Cause we was-
Well, you're the one who got us off topic because you said you didn't like Drake, my nigga.
Which is his opinion,
Weird, bro.
It's his opinion. It's his opinion.
I mean,
though.
it's your
It's his
opinion, but that's still weird. I don't understand why you don't like Drake.
But how we go from transgenders to Drake and Travis Scott. We went from because look,
And we were talking about humor.
no, because we went and started talking about how males express their feelings through music, sometimes exercise, or other means instead of just expressing their feelings, or humor or jokes or stuff like that. And
Because in this
playing
society,
those
you really, as guys, we really can't express our feelings because we are looked at as weak.
If you express your
and
feelings, you're no
And
longer
we really
in
and truly, we
female
don't like
eyes.
being looked at as weak.
If you cry in front of a female, then you're no longer a male.
That's why we don't cry. That's why it's just complete silence.
And that is the sad fate.
Don't
of that.
talk. Not a single tear.
You better,
Literally
you
crying
better-
on the inside.
You better cry when you get home in your room.
Mm-hmm.
Don't cry loud enough where people can hear
You
you.
better
though.
cry in your room.
And that's just and that's honestly sad though. That's honestly sad. Yeah, I get it.
Really
Men are
is.
supposed to be considered the strong ones and this and that. But nowadays, females they
go
want
through so
want
much,
to be
bro.
the strong one in the relationship, the macho in the relationship.
They want us to open up, and they still make fun of us when we do.
And then when you
What?
take the time to pay attention to your surroundings, then you'll realize how depressing life is. You're like, wow, bruh. Wow.
What, Tyler? What are you talking about? What do you know? Whoa.
Bro, what What are you talking about, bro? Bro.
So, Zay,
You are.
Zay, edit that out.
I'm gonna end up editing it out because I need to shorten this part too.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
already an hour and 10 minutes into the part 2 of this stream.
This nigga done tried to expose me.
Oh God, so we're just gonna go ahead and end this portion of the podcast. Thank you for listening to part 2
of Zay and Day.
of the Zay and Day podcast.
Don't
I want
forget
to thank
to go to our private,
Tyler
to our
for
personal
coming
channels.
through.
Nick.
And I want to thank Nick for coming through.
Y'all can go
this
find Nick
podcast.
Not Social on Instagram.
Their socials are gonna be in the description. I'm gonna put those down there.
Yep.
Make sure to put those down there. And
Thank you for watching.
And we want to thank y'all for listening. And if you made it this far, go ahead, give this a thumbs up. And we will be trying our best to get this audio on the Spotify.
Oh yeah, don't forget to tell your friends about it either.
All right, don't forget to tell your friends about it.
How do we get offended?
Remember, we stream all of this live on Twitch, so if you want to come through and share some of your views in chat, or you want to introduce a topic to us that we have not talked about.
If you want to see it live, preferably come on Saturdays
come
or Sundays. It's up to you.
Saturdays or Sundays, bro. Saturday, Sunday podcast.
Yep.
Sometimes we'll do live podcasts, or we'll just talk to y'all on the camera.
Yeah.
So, appreciate y'all for coming through. And we'll see y'all on part 3 of the podcast, or episode 3 of the podcast.
Yeah.
So this was episode 2. This was recorded. What is today's date? This was recorded February 14th,
Valentine's Day.
2021. On Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
To all those single and non-single people that are...
To all my single people and lonely people, you know what I'm saying? We're all in the same boat.
No, not Nick. Not Nick.
That's it. That's it to the podcast, boys.
All right.
Good night.
Oh, shit.